All right, do we have volume now?
You should.
All right. Anyway, if nobody heard that, we'll do it all over again. Happy New Year. And it gives me great pleasure to introduce our newest co-host, the one, the only, Sarah Beer. Sarah, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And we were discussing the holidays, and I got to get some new headphones because for some reason mine stopped working and I can't hear anything. So we'll see what happens. Technical difficulties. All right, let's see. See what happens now. Plug those bad boys in. And no, I still can't hear anything.
Sounds like a
Hey, now I can. I can hear it now. Woo-hoo! All right, we're good. We're cooking with gas. So anyway, getting back to the holidays. Christmas was good. Christmas Eve, we do our stuff with the family. And I got to spend a little time with them before going to work. And then after work, I had Christmas off, so that was pretty good. Sorry, Keith is over here giving directions.
What to do.
But before we go with that, just remember, we are sponsored by the Lansdowne Pub, the Mohegan Sun's #1 dining and nightlife spot. Great food, great music, and daily specials, and more. The Lansdowne Pub, located in the beautiful Mohegan Sun. Thursdays, karaoke with JPO starting at 9:30, go until about, 12:15-ish. And this Saturday, we have the awesome music of, in my opinion, one of the best bands we have in there, 7-Day Weekend. They start at 10 o'clock. So if you're looking for something to do, come on down to the Mohegan Sun. Go to the Lansdowne Pub. Again, the #1 dining and nightlife spot in the casino. And Chef Randy comes up with some awesome specials, and the entertainment is fantastic. 7-Day Weekend this Saturday, starting at 10. So, before we discuss one thing, I gotta ask you this question.
Uh-oh.
I really need to ask you this question.
What?
I got a weird text. Yeah, I think you gotta get closer to the mic. All right, try that.
Can you hear me now?
No, still can't hear.
Try it now.
Can you hear me now?
Hey,
All the problems today.
there we go.
New year, new problems.
Telling you, man.
Okay, what do you...
The engineer, we're getting a new engineer. So, I had a weird text this morning,
Uh-oh.
or actually this afternoon,
Oh,
and it seems somebody saw a UFO.
yo,
So,
Where?
Well, if you give her a minute, she'll explain it. 'Cause
I
haven't heard this either.
I swear, y'all are going to think I'm crazy, but I went downstairs to go start my car. Not that I really needed to because it wasn't that cold this morning, but it was probably 5:45 this morning, and I was coming back inside on my deck, and I'm closing the door, and I see this kind of bright light catch my eye, so I kind of turn back, and it's like one bright light, and then if you kind of followed it down, another dim light, and it was moving very slowly, and the two lines were moving together, but it was this big, massive thing, and it was flying really low, and my stepdad happened to be in the kitchen, and I was like, you need to come out here. What is this? What am I looking at? And he comes out, and he's like, whoa, I really don't know. And I don't know. I watched it probably for like 2 minutes before it like faded off into the trees. Like,
But none of you
I don't
took
think
a
it
picture?
disappeared. No. First of all, he has a dinosaur phone. Okay. Second of all, I left my phone upstairs where I was getting ready, and I wanted to see the whole thing. I wasn't thinking like, oh, run, get your phone. But
Aliens could have landed And
It's all my fault. I don't know if I can't deny that there might be aliens, but I don't know if it was. All I know is it was huge, and it is 4:30, and I am still shook.
I think I would have been too. I don't know. Actually, I would have loved to have seen it.
I don't know. It was very cool, and there was no blinking. Like, when I noticed this when I was driving on my way to work. I was like, "Let me look for this," and all the other planes in the sky, they were blinking lights. They weren't solid lights. Like, none of the lights on this thing, which was only 2 that I saw. You know what it reminded me of? In Independence Day, where like you just see the mass like fly over. Mm-hmm. That's how I felt.
Mulder and Scully, if you're out there, please call the studio at 860-626-5193. Mulder and Scully, please call the studio. So, I don't know if I can top that. I can't top that.
Oh, you know what, though? I Googled this on my break, because what else do I have to do? But there were 106 UFO sightings in Connecticut in 2019.
Burnouts from outer space.
Doesn't mean it's aliens, just an unidentified.
It's an unidentified object.
Okay, we have a UFO unit van that's parked right around the corner from the studio.
Stop.
No, he does. We've had it on. We've posted the picture on the show before.
That's crazy.
What does it say?
How do you
UFO.
get a gig like that?
It says UFO response unit, and it's actually.
And that's it. They're right here. They've responded right now. Burnouts from outer space. We're on it. The UFO response unit has been activated.
They actually have a big white van that says UFO response unit on it.
And that's them. That's the burnouts from outer space.
That's crazy.
They're listening right now.
The latest site just in Colchester was in December. So I think it was like the 18th, maybe. I'm not crazy, guys.
The truth.
And there's a witness. It wasn't like it was just me. But yeah, that they should do another season of that show.
We had we had a whole show on UFOs and life on other planets, and most of the people agreed that it would be pretty ignorant for us to think that out of the billions and billions of galaxies and planets, we're the only ones out there with life on it.
Yeah, that would be.
So, I mean, are they human? No. Or maybe. I don't know. Could be. Possibly not.
Jim's an alien. He just hasn't told us yet.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. V. That way. V. That was an all right show.
I didn't see it.
So, back at the beginning of football season, I gave people my Super Bowl prediction. Told them to write it down. They could bank on it. I hope you didn't bank on it. Back at the beginning of the season, my prediction for the Super Bowl was the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots.
Oh, wow. Does that hurt?
Not really. I mean, the Bears didn't even make the playoffs, and the Patriots with an injured Brady got eliminated in the first round.
Okay.
So
let's blame it all on Brady.
And my poor Giants, they've been home watching all year. So
for like the last 3 years.
Yep. Yep.
I can't talk. I'm a Cowboys fan, so.
We got our new coach today, and actually we got 2 new coaches today. Joey Judge is our new head coach, and he is a disciple of not only Nick Saban, but also Bill Belichick. He's a no-nonsense guy who's going to do pretty good. And our offensive coordinator is none other than Jason Garrett, who had his hands tied. Oh, yeah, absolutely. He doesn't have an owner that's going to get in the way and screw things up, and he's an awesome offensive coordinator. He's great with young quarterbacks, and he's going to have a little payback on his mind.
Hi, Diane.
I was just going to tell you, Diane said hi. So, but if you look, I'm sporting, which way? The new New York Guardians football jersey. And, God, I get on which way. See the patch right here? The new XFL starts after the Super Bowl. And, I've decided I'm going to root for the New York Guardians.
Done playing with himself?
So, hopefully they do better than the Giants.
Well, at this point.
Season hasn't even started and they're already doing better than the Giants. But then there's the Jets. And then they make me feel better about the Giants.
YouTube. Smile.
Huh?
Smile.
Sorry, we're getting paparazzi'd over here.
I'm not signing autographs.
Oh. Tell them how awesome Twillingate is.
What the hell is Twillingate?
Oh my gosh. My mom's going to be like offended.
Susan, at this point, mute your phone. All right, what is Twillingate?
So Twillingate is in Newfoundland, and that's where my mom pretty much grew up. Like, she was born in St. John's, but she grew up in Twillingate, and it is like really breathtaking. It's gorgeous.
Okay.
It's gorgeous. I love it, and I found so much sea glass there. That was my highlight, but also, family and friends and watching where my mom grew up. Icebergs. Oh my God, that was the highlight. Oh my gosh, an iceberg. I saw a real life iceberg, and I got to ride a boat to the iceberg, and that was who can say they got a selfie with an iceberg? This chick.
Everybody on the Titanic.
That is brutal.
Yeah, they didn't have cameras.
R.I.P.
She's talking about, she says, screw football. So I'm thinking that Twillingate is some kind of sport.
Oh.
So I'm like, okay, what, and it's not a sport. It's a place.
It is, yeah. You should look it up one time. It's very
well,
pretty.
I will now, but like I said, we're talking about football, and then she says Twillingate, and I'm like, what the hell is Twillingate? I'm thinking it's like some bizarre Quidditch type thing or whatever. I had no idea.
No.
But yeah, right there, the Guardians, XFL, New York Guardians. Sorry.
It's fine. New year, new team. It's fine.
Yeah. So, Sarah came up with a good idea.
I did?
She did. Yes. Don't act surprised. She did. We're going to talk about a New Year's resolution or New Year's resolutions. Does anybody know where this whole New Year's resolution thing started? Because to be perfectly honest with you, I don't have a friggin' clue.
Can I raise my hand?
She jumped the gun, but Sarah knows where the whole thing started. So, Sarah, take it away.
So I did a little bit of research on this. A little bit. I mean, it's two websites, but really the main one I went was History, the History Channel. So they had a pretty good explanation to it. It goes back to, do you have a guess before I tell you?
Do you have a guess on how far back it goes?
Yeah, like would you say 50 years, 100 years, 1,000 years? Like, what would you guess?
Well, we're in 2020 now, so I'm going to say 150 years.
Higher.
200 years.
Higher.
500 years.
Higher.
Really?
Yeah.
I ain't guessing anymore.
Like
Holy crap.
Thousands.
It's pagan. Randy says it's pagan. Is it pagan?
Babylonians.
There he goes. He just said it too. He says Babylonians.
Yep.
Randy, not only is he the head chef, but he is a history buff. Thank you, Randy. You are the man.
Yep.
All right, so Babylonians. Okay.
So they were the first to hold recorded celebrations in honor of the new year. But for them, their new year began in March because that's when the crops were planted. So they also have a 12-day religious festival known as, and I'm probably saying it wrong, Akitu. But they crowned a new king or reaffirmed their loyalty to the reigning king at this time. So at this time, they made promises to the new gods to pay their debts and return any objects they had borrowed, and they could be considered the forerunners of our New Year's resolutions. So if they kept to their word, the pagan gods, yes, would favor them for the coming year. If not, they would fall out of God's favor. And that's not a place anyone wanted to be. So that is where the history behind New Year's resolutions. Crazy, right?
And then from there, it just expanded to all things off the wall?
So it also says a similar practice occurred in ancient Rome after the reform-minded emperor Julius Caesar tinkered with the calendar and established January 1st as the beginning of the new year circa 46 BC.
Wow.
Named for Janus, the two-faced god whose spirit inhabited doorways and arches, January had special significance for the Romans. Believing that Janus symbolically looked backwards in the previous year and ahead into the future, the Romans offered sacrifices to the deity and made promises of good conduct for the coming year.
What kind of sacrifices?
I don't even want to know.
I can think of somebody who has some people we could
savages
sacrifice.
Over there. It says for early Christians, the first day of the new year became the traditional occasion for thinking about one's past mistakes and resolving to do and be better in the future. In 1740, the English clergyman John Wesley, founder of Methodism, created the Covenant Renewal Service, most commonly held on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day, also known as watch night services. So, yeah.
So do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I do. And normally I don't, because I'm not one to wait for something to make a change. If you want to make a change in your life, I feel like you should make that change. Don't wait for a time to do it.
Don't wait for the new year, new you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Essentially. But I kind of thought new decade, I feel like, gets some sort of like goals, I guess, long-term goals, short-term goals in mind. So I do. The smallest one being, guys, I've really wanted to dye my hair purple. So
Me too.
Thursday I'm gonna go to get a test strip done and see if it'll actually stick this time, because I did attempt this way back when and it didn't stick. It changed green and blue, I think, within like 2 days, and I was like, I am so glad I didn't do this fully. But if it works out and I like it, I'm gonna do it. And I gotta do it because I'm gonna be 30 this year. So I feel like once I turn 30, it probably won't be acceptable. I mean, I will be 90 in a nursing home rocking purple hair, don't get me wrong, but I gotta be professional too in my career at some point, so.
That's all overrated.
What are your New Year's resolutions?
I haven't got any. I'm not really going to change much. I won't beat as many people up. I'll stop at that. I don't know. Basically, my New Year's resolution was to keep helping the people I help, and just keep doing what I'm doing. And there's going to come a day where I probably can't do it anymore. So as long as I'm able to help out other people and keep the faith going, then that's what I'm going to do.
Did you know?
Nope.
No, you didn't. While as many as 45% of Americans say they usually make a New Year's resolution, only 8% are successful in achieving their goals.
Ha! Segue. I like that.
I try.
I did a little research myself. Took me a whole 10 minutes, if that. Anyway, the ways to be successful at keeping your New Year's resolution. And it doesn't matter what it is. All right. The first thing is don't have some off-the-wall, ridiculous goal. Keep it simple and attainable. You can't have a New Year's resolution that says by the end of 2020 you're going to be a billionaire. It's not going to happen.
Well,
It'd be nice. Don't get me wrong. It'd be nice, but it's not going to happen. Choose it carefully. A lot of people, I mean, the same thing. I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get a new job. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. I'm going to work out more. I'm going to quit smoking. All of those. Pick the one that you really want to do. And it doesn't even have to be one. I mean, you can do more, but start with one that you really want to do and then move forward from there. And that goes, it all kind of goes together. Number 3 is be realistic. Again, if you want to quit smoking, quit smoking. If you want to lose weight, work out more.
I mean, I can't lose 100 pounds in 5 weeks?
Not in 5 weeks. 5 months, maybe? 5 weeks, no. Create and segue again. You're doing good with the segue. I love it.
Gosh.
That brings me to number 4. Create bite-sized portions. Don't bite off more than you can chew. Again, don't say you're going to lose 100 pounds in 5 weeks, because guess what? Ain't going to happen.
We didn't plan this, by the way.
Yeah, that was really good. So yeah, don't overdo it. Plan a time frame. And if you want to lose 100 pounds, say, I want to lose 100 pounds within, let's say...
5 years?
No, we'll keep it realistic. Say a year.
You think so?
You can do it in a year. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And I'll discuss something about that in a little bit. Number 6, make notes and document. Record your progress as you're going along. You can look back on it and say, wow, I've done this for this long. I can keep going. It's always important to record your progress. Once you record your progress, the rest is simple.
That's nice to look back on, too.
Yeah, absolutely. Reward yourself. Okay, now...
Treat yourself.
What I mean by reward yourself. Okay, if you're trying to lose weight and you're doing good, that doesn't mean go out and splurge and go to Carlos's bakery and eat 12 cannolis.
Don't tell me what to do.
But you see what I mean, though? Reward yourself. Is it okay to go and have one? Sure. But make it realistic. Set it ahead of time when you're planning the whole thing, when you're doing the time frame. Say, well, if I lose so much by this time, I'm going to go out and buy me something. And then just keep going with that. But make it realistic. Number 8 is get support. Now, I'm not talking about going out to support groups or whatever, although those aren't bad, but support friends, family. Randy's nauseated in the background's killing him. Yeah, friends, family, anybody. It's not a bad thing to let them know what you want to do and go for it, so that way they can support you in that. If you're going to quit smoking and you got a friend of yours that every 5 minutes is like, hey, you want a cigarette? Hey, you want a cigarette? That's counterproductive. That's kick him in the balls. All right. Don't give up. I know it sounds like a cliche, but don't give up. If you fall off your horse, get right back up on that horse and ride in.
Solid advice. For many reasons.
Don't give up. That's the biggest thing. And it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't have to be on a New Year's resolution. Say you're taking a class. Say you're looking for a promotion or whatever. Number 10 is put yourself in charge. And with you being putting yourself in charge, putting yourself first, that all goes with the don't give up. Keep going. Keep fighting. If you don't get the results you want, keep going. Just keep it up. Be you. Like I said, you're in charge. You're in charge of yourself. Nobody else is in charge of you. So just keep fighting. Keep on keeping.
Was that only 10 on there?
Keep on keeping on. Yeah, that was only 10.
Oh, because I wanted to add one.
Well, okay. There is now 11.
Well, no, it kind of goes with having support. On one of the things I was reading, they had also a little section on kind of advice. And one of them is if you don't tell anybody your resolution, you're more likely to fail. So if you post, like, let's say you were to communicate it on Facebook, you're more likely to keep with it because you don't want to let other people down.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. Now, talking about the weight loss, and I said you could lose 100 pounds in 5 months.
5 months?
Yeah. That's where I'm going to go with it. There is a program. It's called DDP Yoga. There are people that have done this that have lost considerable amounts of weight in a 5-month period. And all it is commitment.
You say DDP?
Yep, DDP Yoga.
Okay.
I had the app. And let me tell you, at 25 minutes of doing this, it's like a full friggin' hour-long workout. It's amazing. You know, I used to make fun of people for doing yoga and stuff. I'm like, yeah, okay, yoga. Yeah, it's intense. I never realized exactly what it was, and I take back everything I ever said about it. And it's good. It's good. You'll use muscles and stuff that you probably haven't used in many years. They document your progress. They have a heart monitor that goes along with your workout, so if anything's screwing up or whatnot, they'll be able to know. You'll be able to know. It gives you meal plans if you want to choose those meal plans. The bottom line is you don't have to diet. You know, everybody talks about diet. Just lower what you eat.
It is about what you eat, though.
It is. Like Randy said, it's just a commitment, whatever it is that helps you. It's just smaller portions of everything. Eliminate the junk food.
Yeah.
Go with the smaller portions. If you're working out daily, then the weight will come off. So, you know, again, it goes back to you're in charge of you. So nobody's going to lose the weight for you. Nobody's going to do any of this stuff for you. You have to do it. And with an awesome support system, and you get it with DDP. They have a thing called Motivational Monday, where DDP will record a video, and he'll either have somebody on that's going through the program and lost a lot of weight, or whatever. And it's fantastic.
Are you getting commission for this?
Yeah, I get $50 for everybody that signs up. Shh.
I feel like you're selling this to me.
No, but it really is a good program.
Cool. It sounds cool.
Very first time I did it, I was like, oh, I'm going to be in traction. It was, yeah, I did not know what to expect, and I did not expect that.
I did yoga for the first time in October, and it was definitely not what I expected. I don't know what the yoga is that you're talking about, but I just went to a basic beginner class. It was intense. Mm-hmm. But it really did work, certain parts. And I don't know about the one you do, but this class I went to, they had like a relaxing 5 minutes at the end that they saved, I guess, 5 minutes for it. And it was very, very, very relaxing.
Well, you're on your own in this one. Like I said, you're your own boss. You're in charge of everything. The app is there. I mean, you can do it on an app. You can do it. They have DVDs, but you're on your own. So even though they can motivate you through the app and through the DVDs, you have to want it. You have to push forward. You have to just go at it headlong. There's a group of us that are on there, and one of my friends, he lost 150 pounds just by doing this. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep. So
good for him.
It can be done.
Good for you. Is this something new that you've been doing, or have you been doing this?
Yeah, I started it. God, I remember I started a couple months ago,
nice.
And it's really helped with the neck pain. It's doing good. So now I'm about to pick it up and really dive into it now.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. It really is.
Just wondering if anybody else out there has a New Year's resolution, or even what they think about it.
Yeah, let us know your resolution, if you have any. I know Jim Mauer's out there. Jim, what's your New Year's resolution? Did I mention that Sarah saw a UFO this morning? I think I did. Yeah. If you come in late, yeah. She went out at 4:30 in the morning, and
I can't say that it's aliens. I just know that it was a massive object in the sky that was not a plane.
And where was this?
Colchester. Yep.
Mulder and Scully still have not called in. So, Agent Mulder, Agent Scully, if you're listening, call the studio.
I went as Agent Scully for Halloween 2 years ago.
I think I remember that for some reason.
Yep.
Well, you came to Lansdowne, didn't you?
Nope.
Or did you go to the club?
Nope.
Where did I see it?
Maybe Facebook?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
I mean, how long have I been listening to this show? You probably asked. And I probably told you.
Yeah. Could be. Yep. I could have sworn you showed me, though. I don't know. Maybe.
You probably saw it on Facebook.
Probably. So, apparently nobody wants to tell us their New Year's resolutions. They want to keep it secret.
Oh, well, you're breaking a rule. Don't keep it a secret. That's how you fail.
Yep. So, you had told me, actually you told the listeners too, that you researched UFO sightings in Connecticut, and how many were there?
There were 106 in 2019, and I think they said either 70,000 or 90,000 worldwide just in 2019. And 2019 had more sightings than previous years.
Speaking of New Year's resolutions, do you know when General Soleimani stopped smoking?
What?
We're talking about New Year's resolutions. Do you know when General Soleimani stopped smoking?
I'm gonna just say I have no idea what you're talking about.
Shortly after the missile hit him. I'm sorry, that was bad. That was the Iranian terrorist that we just took out.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna let you know that I'm in an ignorant phase right now. I can't with the news. I really can't. I know that sounds horrible, but I don't know. I'm the type of person that negative stuff, and I don't know.
Well, it's better to not watch the news because you don't get the straight answer from any of them.
That too, but I did hear about that. I just didn't realize that was his name.
Yeah, and it's like this disgruntled Red Sox employee said that during the 2019 season, the Red Sox were watching the replay video and stealing signs.
Oh, I did hear about that.
One person a disgruntled former employee. All of these stations are running with it now as if it was gospel. Major League Baseball has not even looked into it yet. And the headlines are Red Sox caught cheating. No. If they did, they'll get fined like everybody else. But until then, until you have proof that somebody that's not a disgruntled employee, shut up. Stop printing this shit.
Speaking of proof, what's happening in Connecticut right now? For those of you who are not in Connecticut.
Well, this actually made national news. This was on, it was either 2020 or Dateline NBC.
Right, but they may not know. If you're not in Connecticut, they may not know the update.
Right. So go ahead.
So, well, I don't know too much about it, but on my break at work today, I saw that Fotis Dulis, or however you say his name.
That's a hell of a name there.
Yeah. Was arrested. And was he charged with murder and capital murder?
He was charged with murder.
Okay.
Fotis Dulis was charged with capital murder. His girlfriend was charged with conspiracy to commit murder. And his attorney, I believe, was also charged with...
That's what I'm curious about.
Conspiracy to commit murder. Let me pull it up here. My luck, it'll be a bit... Nope. Okay.
I mean, we all kind of knew it had to be him, but obviously we can't say,
Yeah, his attorney's been charged with conspiracy to commit murder and has a $2 million bond.
What?
Yep. It's got a copy of the arrest warrants, but it doesn't... Well, here we go.
That's crazy. I wouldn't want to be an attorney. If you could... Do you think he was in on this before?
Apparently he lied and was part of the alibi that was later proved to be false.
Oh, you think he provided it?
That's what they're saying.
Interesting. Because I thought he had an attorney and he fired an attorney and got a new one. Pretty much in the beginning.
All right, so Fotis Dulis was charged with capital murder, and kidnapping. He's got a bond of $6 million. Michelle Triconis was charged with conspiracy to commit murder. She's held on a $2 million bond, both at Troop G in Bridgeport. But they still have not found a body. They have not found a murder weapon. So I am very, very interested to see what new evidence has come to light.
Yeah.
It says police allege Fotis Dulis and Triconis went to Hartford to dispose of garbage bags containing items with Jennifer's blood on them.
Yeah, we knew that, but they
never found them. I don't...
Oh, Melissa said that an attorney who was previously represented was also charged.
Yeah, that's the guy.
So that's who I think I was thinking of. Oh, unless that's a delay and she's talking about
the one
the
that
same guy we're talking about.
It doesn't... It doesn't say anything about new evidence. And, I want to say that he probably did it. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm going to assume he did.
My gut tells me he did.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's no, I don't have evidence in front of me. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. I'm not a police officer or anything like that. So those are the only ones who should really be.
I wouldn't want to be on the jury in this case.
No.
Absolutely not. Says the investigation remains active. I don't know. it's, I mean, you want to say circumstantial. It's circumstantial at best. I don't know. I don't get it.
I hope they find something those kids need.
The family deserves closure.
Yeah.
They do. They deserve closure, and I mean, I hope that they find evidence. The Connecticut
State police.
no, the medical examiner, oh my god, brain fart, stated that the blood they found would not have been conducive to life, meaning that the amount of blood they found and would have meant the individual was deceased.
And that was in her home, right?
I think so. Again, it doesn't say. There's a lot of stuff that they're not saying, so this seems sort of important. I mean, not important, but apropos. Kind of seems to fit things that have happened here lately. So,
It says here, the warrant released on Tuesday includes detailed list of the physical evidence investigators have collected at Jennifer's New Canaan home and from the garbage bags recovered from the Albany Avenue in Hartford. That evidence, according to the warrant, includes bloodstains that match Jennifer's DNA, her home, in her car, and on her clothing found in the trash in Hartford, and zip ties with Jennifer's DNA on them.
Yeah, I feel like we already knew that, though.
well, that right there would be enough for me.
Yeah, but they didn't know how it got there, or I mean, they saw footage
Of them disposing of it, yeah.
But there's still so many questions.
All right. 14 stages of a damned relationship. The empath and the narcissist.
I'd be the empath, 100%.
I know some narcissistic people.
Same.
All right. Number 1. The narcissist spots the empath, and the empath is instantly attracted to him or her. You see, the empath falls in love quickly when someone truly sparks their flame.
Stop talking about my life.
The narcissist does not have to work hard to develop a proper bond with the empath. Number 2. The empath believes that he or she has found the one. The empath truly believes true love is finally within grasp. The narcissist feeds into this illusion by making the empath feel amazing inside and out. Number 3. The narcissist will really put a good bit of effort into things during this time, while the empath will believe that they matter and are important to the narcissist. The narcissist has everybody fooled.
Ain't that the truth?
Randy says, yes, you do. Ain't that the truth? As time goes on, the narcissist will begin to wear down the empath. The empath is slowly becoming weaker, and while the narcissist says, I don't want to hurt you, it's all a lie. The empath will begin feeling bad for being who she or he is. The empath will do whatever he or she can to try and soothe the narcissist, resolving any issues and listening without question. The empath is a giver, and so that is what he or she does. So, basically, you got good versus evil. Oh, I don't say narcissists are evil. They're just douchebags.
Yeah, but they come off like they're, you know.
I don't know. I know some narcissists that think that the world revolves around them and only them. And all right. Number 6. The narcissist takes and takes until the empath is at his or her breaking point. A good, clear heart like this one is going to end up broken. The empath begins to question everything as the narcissist has delved deeper into gaslighting. All right, now you're beginning to see how the narcissist works. The relationship revolves around the narcissist. That's just like what I just said. And he or she makes the empath feel as if everything is their fault. The empath is afraid to stand up and fight, so he or she just sits back and takes it. The empath would rather be liked than disliked, and this is a true weakness. The narcissist is constantly gaining more and more control as the empath puts forth all of his or her efforts. While this is the last-ditch effort from the empath, it fails, leaving the empath stuck. The narcissist comes home causing a stir, so the empath finally works up the nerve to speak out. This causes the narcissist to switch into victim mode. The narcissist turns things around this time. He or she is still in control, and the empath feels even worse, cornered, or trapped.
Guilty.
Okay, so what the narcissist does is we'll take bits and pieces of, like, say, a conversation you had with them, twist it around to make them look like the victim, and so on and so forth. So that leaves the empath basically stuck, because it's like no matter what the empath says, the narcissist is going to try to turn everything and everyone against you. After weeks, or in some cases longer, of fighting and arguing, the empath finally realizes what is happening. He or she notices how much of who they are that has been lost. This is when the empath begins to shy away. As the empath carries on, they will learn that not everyone they fall for can be trusted and that their needs matter too. The narcissist notices a change in power. So he or she decides to do something about it, and this is where things get messy. Our empath decides to move out and find comfort with his or her supportive friends and family. For some, this is not an option, and they must figure things out on their own. The narcissist then tries to make things right by lying to get the empath back. You're laughing over there.
You're just telling, like, you know, my life story, but it's fine. Continue on.
When getting the empath back fails, the narcissist moves on to his next victim.
Dun, dun, dun.
He or she jumps right back in looking for another victim. The empath is left to pick up the pieces and attempt to glue them back together. The empath will be stronger in time and will not have to endure this sort of pain again, and the narcissist will stay stuck in the repeating cycle. We must all be cautious about who we let into our lives. Just because someone seems perfect doesn't mean they are.
And not everybody, like, I don't feel like everybody falls in either or category. Like, I don't think you're just the empath or you're just the narcissist. Like, I think there's other...
Well, those are to the extreme. Those are like the extreme of both.
Right. But I would love to see a narcissist date another narcissist.
It won't ever happen.
There should be a TV show about that. I'm going to write it for you.
What's that? Desperately Seeking Sanity?
I haven't come up with a title. I just came up with this idea, but that's what it's going to be. It'll be a comedy because we don't have enough of those.
See, I think that would be good. I mean, if you title it Desperately Seeking Sanity, I mean, that's just...
But then that's the pun, because you never get sanity if you're both narcissists.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I get it. I got you.
See? There you go.
5 seconds later, it's fine, but I got you.
It's all good. So, yeah, but I mean, like you were saying, not everybody's a narcissist, and not everybody's an empath. Be somewhere in the middle.
Snow, who's on the, is it Crossing the Veil?
Crossing the Veil, yep.
Crossing the Veil. I'm friends with her on Facebook, and I see that she does these things called cord cuttings.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been interested in, I don't know, I guess, hearing before and afters, if you will.
Okay.
Because I feel like the empath in that dire situation that you were just reading about would benefit from something like that.
Why don't you reach out to Snow? She
Snow, where you at?
She loves talking about that stuff.
She's usually watching.
Mm-hmm. So is your mom watching?
I don't know. Mom, are you watching?
Susan, are you watching?
She might be driving.
Okay, good. So, the U.S. is on track for one of the worst flu seasons ever. And Connecticut's been getting hit hard.
Really? I thought last year was bad.
It was, but now it's getting bad. So far this year, at least 2,900 people in the U.S. are estimated to have died from the flu. That's 800 more deaths than estimated the previous week. Oh, she's there.
Oh. Hi, Mom.
I have not yet gotten my flu shot.
Oh, yeah.
I will
Oh,
get.
yeah.
I will get around to it.
Hopefully live on the air.
We may be able to do that. We may.
Just putting him on the spot. No big deal.
Anybody want to see me get my flu shot live on the air? I'll
Do
cry.
it. I do.
will cry like a baby. No, I'm just kidding. I won't cry like a baby.
I want to see it. Does that count?
If anybody's interested in it, I'll do it. If not, I'm just going to go down and get my flu shot. But yeah, it's everybody's susceptible. But if you deal with money, if you're in close quarters with people, then absolutely get your flu shot.
Or just get your flu shot, because you just should.
Yeah. But money is the dirtiest stuff that you're ever going to handle, believe it or not.
Well, yes, I think we all know that. But I do know, and I don't know specifically what programs, but I do know there are programs that you can get them for free. So I don't know if maybe Susan would like to comment about those programs or, anything. But
if you know how to get a free flu shot, please comment.
Yeah. She's a boomer, though. I'm sorry, Mom. I love you, but she's a boomer.
Oh, here we go.
She's going to take a minute to respond. Or type a novel. I mean, either. It's fine, but love you.
So wow.
Is there a reason why you haven't gotten it? Or just, do you normally get it?
Sure.
Liar.
I got mine.
Good. I'm proud of you.
All done. Didn't even hurt.
Per Susan, she's had 65 flu reports as of the week ending January 4th, and they are continuing to come in.
Yikes.
For those that don't know, Susan works for the Uncas Health District, and her numbers are going to be spot on. So that's 65 reports of the flu. So, yeah, I got to go.
For Connecticut.
For Connecticut.
Just so everybody knows.
For Connecticut. For southeastern Connecticut or all of Connecticut?
Her district.
Okay.
Oh, right. So those are her. So those are her numbers, I think.
Yep. So that's going to be here.
Right. So that's 11 towns, I think.
I am going to. I got to go pick up my meds tomorrow, so I'll get my flu shot tomorrow.
Oh, is this like a cop out?
No,
You don't want to do it on the air?
no. I'll do it on the air. I just didn't want to wait now that I see 65 reported flu cases.
Jim got scared.
Yeah, I don't want that crap.
No.
I don't want that crap at all.
No. And you got to think, you can't be just thinking about yourself,
Yep.
It's just about the kids
Mm-hmm.
and everybody else. I don't want to catch the flu because of you. Not you, but anybody.
Yep. She confirmed for Uncas Health District towns only, so that's about 11
Wow.
towns. 65 flu cases.
Since, what's today, the 7th? Oh, no. So just the week ending in January.
Week ending
4th.
the 4th.
Wow.
Yep.
So, yeah. That's crazy. Just in this district. I can't even imagine. Do you know do you have a Connecticut number? Just asking. Maybe she knows, because I feel like that's something she would know.
Yeah, like a number for the entire state of Connecticut.
Yeah, I feel like they give out like daily emails at DPH.
While she's looking that up, have you seen what's going on with the new PlayStation 5?
Oh, God, no.
No. I'm all about the Switch life, but no.
Well,
Continue.
PlayStation 5 will let you load games from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 4.
Oh, no
like,
way.
Wait,
Finally.
like original? Like
Yeah.
original?
Yeah, you'll be able to play all of your PlayStation games that I already got rid of.
I still have mine.
Oh, we're going to have to get a
I think
PS5.
I think I have some somewhere. It's set to release in winter of 2020,
How much?
around October or December this year.
Okay, I was going to say it's still winter.
Well, yeah, around the holidays of 2020. Sony is reported to be working on a remastering engine that allows the players to load games from PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, and also add various enhancements like 4K support and trophy system. So you'll be able to play those games, but they'll also be enhanced. And it...
Was Spyro PlayStation? I feel like it was.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, we just got a PS4, so I'm like not ready to get a PS5.
The
Ain't that the
PS5
way?
futuristic rendering design was previously revealed, along with information about the 8-core CPU and custom GPU base. It's kind of unique looking. It does not list a price.
Oh.
Got to be at least $500-$600.
So, to clarify, the 65 that she's talking about, or just what's a sampling, because people don't actually get tested or go to the doctor or hospital, so they could have the flu and they don't even know it.
Wow. So 65 reported cases just in the southeastern Connecticut area.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of flu cases, people.
Y'all better stay inside. That's too many around my work. I can't take that.
Did I tell you I have a new hero?
Is it me?
Well, yeah.
I thought he was going to say hernia.
Ricky Gervais
Yes.
is my new hero.
Yes.
When I watched him, DPH confirms 5 flu deaths so far in Connecticut as of January 2nd. There was a Fox 61 article about it earlier this week. Wow.
Oh, that's Gwen. Hi, Gwen. It's officially widespread in Connecticut.
That's horrible. Get your flu shots, people.
Do it.
Don't be a Jim.
Yeah, don't be a Jim.
Yeah, I'll get it. I will get it. When I go to pick up my
Famous
pills,
last words.
I'll
Let's
get it.
like, you know what? On your gravestone, we'll put didn't get his flu shot.
I'm gonna get it. I promise. I will get my flu shot. So, wow. Getting back to Ricky Gervais, if any of you guys missed his attack on the Hollywood elitists, you gotta watch it. It was absolutely amazing.
It was like the ultimate mic drop, if you will.
Oh, yeah. Oh, without a doubt. And he even said it. He goes, I'm never going to be hosting the Golden Globes Awards, so here we go.
No F's given.
Oh no, he let loose. He definitely dropped a couple F-bombs. It was one of the most amazing things I've ever seen. He tore into your mom says she's in the office tomorrow.
So, you know where to go. You can go. If you guys need a flu shot, go see her. I mean, I don't know if it's free or not, but I shouldn't just advertise free flu shots. But I don't know.
I really don't even know where to go. I know she's up there somewhere.
It's the Uncas Health District. Google it.
It's all the whole thing is Uncas on the Thames.
It's true. Yeah, it's in the back. It's where the bank is. Where that weird. I
didn't even know there was a bank up there.
Yeah.
I know where major crime is, and I know.
Didn't even know that was there.
See. Wow. Puerto Rico got rocked again.
Yeah, they're the same time.
2 earthquakes. This one was a 6.4 magnitude earthquake after the other one hit yesterday.
Yeah, it was the same exact time that the one hit yesterday, and it hit again this morning, and it was even worse.
So, I'm talking about medical stuff, and
this could be a lot. Where are we going with this?
Not really sure how accurate this is. We'll look it up. But the FDA has approved pancreatic cancer drug after it was shown to double patients' lifespans.
Interesting.
Now,
if that is true, that would be amazing. But where are we hearing this from?
The Good News Network.
Okay.
So, like I said, I'm gonna double check it. The drug Lynparza was developed by Merck & Company as a maintenance treatment for patients with specific gene mutations whose cancer spread beyond the pancreas and whose disease did not progress after at least 16 weeks of chemotherapy. So I'm looking for the biggest thing here, and that would be, how much is this going to cost people? Because we all know that Big Pharma
comes down to it.
They like to it doesn't say. Take Remicade. Remicade is a drug for
that sounds so familiar.
For Crohn's disease.
That's what I thought. It was for Crohn's disease.
Yep. Remicade is an IV drug for Crohn's disease, and it's $1,500 a bag.
What?
So $1,500 a treatment.
How often are you supposed to get treatments? I guess it probably depends on how.
I don't know if it's once a week or so. Yeah.
That is so much money.
Yeah, it's. These CEOs of all the big pharma companies and everything,
sickening.
They're ridiculous. But yet nobody steps up to challenge them, or they're the ones that are holding back CBD, medical marijuana and stuff, because they're not going to make the big money off of medical marijuana. So yeah, they're sitting back, they're fighting it, and hopefully in the long run they're going to lose. All right, so your mom says they accept Blue Cross and Cigna if they don't have insurance. She has a limited number of doses available that were donated
by Bacchus.
Oh, okay, by Bacchus.
I knew what you were going for over there.
So, Uncas Health District in Norwich. If you need a flu shot, go on down.
We should ask them what they want to hear about so we can figure out what
Absolutely. Topics. If there's any topics that you guys want to hear about, drop us a line. Let us know.
Yeah, or call and say hi.
Actually, Sarah's got a whole bunch of stuff that looks pretty good.
I do. So if you guys don't pick one, I'll pick one for you.
Yeah. They're all pretty good. As far as paranormal stuff, Actually, most of it's paranormal stuff, right?
I guess paranormal. Like, would you consider like alternate universes or different dimensions paranormal?
Paranormal.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I classify that as weird, but I don't know. I don't know what I would classify. Or urban legends. Paranormal?
Oh, urban legends.
I mean, I think it depends.
It all depends. Urban legends
right?
is good. I love urban legends. If you guys got any good urban legends, let me know, because urban legends rock.
You know, I did a project on, I think it was fairy tales, and I did like 15 of them for a project, and like an early childhood thing, and it should never be presented to children because it is so dark, all of these, like, how these things originated. It's crazy.
Wow.
I'll have to find that. I think my professor kept it. I have to go get that.
Randy, yes, you do. Randy doesn't believe in ghosts, but he's seen evidence of them, so.
Randy fell asleep through our show. I feel a little insulted.
Randy's sick.
Oh,
Randy,
I mean, I guess.
Yeah, Randy's not feeling good. Randy, did you get your flu shot?
Yeah, right? What was the other ones? I have to look on my phone, but and then I can't see the comments on here.
Right. So, apparently, 24 little pricks have been arrested for starting the fires in Australia.
You know, a friend of mine was telling me about how maybe we wouldn't know about this, but they think it's a conspiracy that the government is trying to cover up. And I don't know, I'm just saying what she's telling me because it sounds crazy. But she was telling me that I guess they wanted to build a railway or something in Australia, and it keeps getting like shot down. And conveniently, where a lot of the fires are happening are where
they wanted to build the
where they
railroad?
wanted to build it. Yeah, I don't like. I didn't do any research into this, so guys, like, don't hold me to this. But it was just a rumor I heard, and I will probably. I can't look at it.
I'd like to see that get investigated and find out if that's true, and then somebody needs to hang.
It's just too. Well, yeah, but it's too heartbreaking to see all those animals and people. I think was it 19 people? Like last I heard, it was 19 people. It's probably higher now, but
No, I think it's still about that.
I just can't. I don't want to know certain things at this moment in time. It's too sad to look at.
Yeah,
And I love birds, and there's so many exotic birds from Australia. Like, all these cockatoos are dying, and it's making me so sad.
Randy says 24 for actually lighting fires, and far more for not following fire regulations, and more for throwing cigarettes.
Yeah,
I saw that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just saw another site that says like 100 people arrested, so I'll have to look into that and see what it is, because that's insane. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about all those people over there.
Yeah, it's horrible. I can't even. I don't know.
Well, it's like kind of things like. It's things like these that kind of make you feel kind of very small.
Oh, yeah.
Because I want to help, but what can I do aside from donate? You know?
Mm-hmm.
And like you said, it always comes down to money.
Yeah, exactly. I know we have sent over, we sent like 100 or 1,000 firefighters over. And, so we'll see what happens. It's just sad. It's
Gwen said that there's fires there every year, and even though this is one of the larger ones, it's still not the biggest on record.
Really?
Yeah, she said she was looking it up at work, Some of the largest recorded animal deaths, though. Oh, I don't want to know, Gwen. 500 million animals, not including frogs or insects. Oh.
Wow. Melissa says people believe that eating watermelon seeds will result in growing a watermelon in your... Oh, urban legends.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait, this is something I can do to help?
Hey, did you know that there are no Walmarts in Iran?
Now I do.
Yep, only Targets.
Oh my gosh. That is so wrong.
I'm sorry. That's funny.
God.
That's funny right there. I don't care who you
I
are.
really walked right into that one, didn't I?
Oh. Yeah, that was
horrible.
that was funny right there. I don't care who you are. That's some funny stuff right there.
That's funny stuff right there.
Was that Ron White? No, not Ron White. Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, Larry the Cable Guy.
Wrong blue collar guy, okay? Do you remember when that was like the thing? Blue collar comedy tour?
Oh my God, yeah. They were awesome.
Oh.
They were amazing.
That was some funny stuff. No pun
That's
intended.
funny right there. I don't care who you are. Yeah, my sister, she's a runway model. Yeah, she works down at the airport.
Oh my God. Here's the runway. Here's the airplane.
One thing I'd like to mention, and maybe we can do like a medical minute every week.
Ooh.
Or something like that. It's not really a medical thing, but
A hot medical topic.
yeah, or I mean, it's not really a medical topic, but it will help save lives. I'm a first responder.
Mm-hmm.
And when we get called out in the middle of the night, even during the day sometimes, but most of the time at night, it's hard to find your house as it is. If you have no numbers on your house, don't yell at us for having a tough time finding it. Now, you can make your own. You can go out. You can get these little blue signs with the number on it. Blue. I don't even know what you call it.
The reflector ones?
You can get the reflector ones. Yep. But please put your number on your house, because if nothing's there, we have to sit there and basically try to figure out whose house is whose, and it delays us getting there.
And it's just annoying if you're not
Yeah.
a first responder.
Right?
I don't want to be like lurking down the road like, which one is it?
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, in an emergency where seconds count, and we have to sit there and try to play detective to figure out which house is yours, those are precious minutes that could be used to save a loved one.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't cost much, and you can even go out and do it yourself.
Ooh,
Yeah.
just stir that pot up real quick. Also, before we get into that, where did that pop into your mind? Is that when she said, "Here's your sign"?
No.
How did that pop into your brain?
I had thought about this the other day,
Oh, okay.
and wanted to bring it up and mention it on here. Because it happens all the time, and I'm on a lot of firehouse forums and stuff like that, and it's the number one complaint and problem that we run into.
That's something, though, a lot of people don't think about either. I don't think, obviously, until it's too late, so it's worth mentioning anyways, because... Mom.
All right.
She wants to know about what people think about George Lopez offering to assassinate the president for half of the bounty that Iran is offering.
Okay. Now...
Well, I used to like George Lopez.
I try to stay out of politics on this show. If you're going to threaten to assassinate the president of the United States, you're an asshole.
Oh, can you swear on here?
Hell yeah. Nothing bad. And B, you need to be charged. It's making a threat towards the president of the United States.
Yeah, and that's politics aside.
Is
no matter what side you're on.
A felony. It is a crime. And not only that, it makes you look like the biggest shitbag out there.
Ooh, 2 and 1, man.
I put a thing on my my Facebook. If you want to harm not just the president of the United States, anybody in Congress, Senate, politician, if you want to harm anyone, pull your head out of your ass and hit the defriend button, because it's disturbing, absolutely disturbing. Whether you agree with the president or disagree with the president, that's one thing. But to come out and publicly say you will assassinate the president for half the bounty that Iran is offering, that goes beyond comedy. It goes beyond human decency. And you should be charged with making a threat towards the president of the United States. And that is how I feel about that. Secret Service is aware but won't comment on potential investigations.
Did the Secret Service actually ever say anything?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, I know how the White House makes statements and stuff, but...
Yep.
Then I guess it's not so secret, is it?
No, if they don't arrest him, they'll make his life hell. They'll put him through the ringer, and
then he'll... Wait, what? What do you think about this? What if he apologizes? Because I'm sorry, I am not here for apology tours. I'm so sick of people apologizing.
The damage is already done.
I mean in general. I don't mean just him.
Right. That's like saying you shoot somebody and then you're like, oh, damn it, I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. No. It goes beyond freedom of speech.
Yeah, but like
freedom of speech does not allow you to offer to assassinate the president. That goes into felony territory. Freedom of speech is... I had to look it up, what exactly was constituted in freedom of speech and what was not allowed in freedom of speech. I don't know what the hell I did with it. I had it. But basically, any type of threat is not covered by freedom of speech.
They're talking about Kathy Griffin.
Oh, Kathy Griffin?
Yeah.
That was just...
That was sick. That wasn't even like...
Yeah, that was disturbing.
That was disturbing, yeah.
But at the same time, she never verbally threatened to assassinate the president.
No, but... I don't know. Yeah.
It's and again, I go back to Ricky Gervais, who basically told all the Hollywood elitists to shut the F up. Nobody cares. Come up, get your award, thank your manager, thank your God, and then F off.
Well, it's not that nobody cares, but nobody wants to hear them speak about it.
Yeah, they're nobody cares.
Like Joaquin, is that how do you say his name? Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
I saw his speech about how he was like, we could be up here preaching, but we need to do better. Like, maybe don't maybe not fly your private jet to come here. Like, I mean, yeah. I think the topics are very near and dear to people's hearts, but again, they're all opinions that they are spewing to large audiences. When, I mean, I don't think you should be getting your information from celebrities.
Right, like...
Or Facebook.
Like Rose McGowan, who's a B-list celebrity at best. She went in this whole tirade and apologized to Iran for us taking out one of the leading terrorists and saying she's being held captive in the United States by the... Well, you know what? I will personally buy you a ticket to the Middle East, and you can plant your happy little ass out there, and you can deliver your apology in person. How's that sound? Say bye-bye, because nobody wants to hear it. Same thing with, what's the other bimbo there? The one that was on Charmed with her. Alyssa Milano. Oh. Alyssa Milano. There's another one who's doesn't have both oars in the water. All right, some of the stuff she's come up with is just like, wow. And I think she was one of the ones who offered to move out of the country if President Trump was elected. She's still living in the country.
I feel like everybody who said that.
Yeah, isn't that something? Well, if he gets elected, I'm leaving. If he gets elected, I'm leaving. None of them left. So how can you take anything they say seriously? Because they're still here. And, again, Ricky Gervais.
Dropping some truth bombs.
Mm-hmm. And I love how he kept saying, "Oh, you know what? I'm never going to host the Golden Globes again, so here we go."
And it was after everyone did a bad ooh, can't believe he did that. He was like, "What? I don't care. I don't care. I really don't."
Called them all out for covering up for who was the pedophile from Hollywood there?
Harvey Weinstein.
Weinstein, yep.
No, or Epstein.
No, Epstein was he was the other pedophile.
Yeah.
Weinstein was the rapist from Hollywood that everybody still worked with and covered up for, and he called them out for it, didn't he? Yep. And then you got Robert De Niro, who was accused of sexual misconduct, and he's one of the most vocal people, but he got put in his place last night too. That was hilarious.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I did. I lied.
Mm-hmm.
I lied. Bye, Mom.
She lost signal. Awesome. Thank you, Sue. So yeah, they somebody finally called them out on their BS, and they didn't know how to handle it. They're not politicians. They don't speak for us. They're entitled, whiny little millennials that...
No, not all of them.
Well, you know what? Like again, Ricky
Leo's
Gervais.
not a millennial, is he?
Who?
Leo.
DiCaprio?
Yeah. I mean, he's one of the most preachy ones out there, I think.
He got called out last night too.
I know. I'm just saying.
That was hilarious.
I don't think it's all. I think it's pretty mixed.
About how he had to break up with his girlfriend because she graduated.
Was too old by the end of the show.
Oh yeah, that was great. I lost track of what I was going to say. Oh, when talking about politics, he said most of you guys have spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. And I was dying. I was absolutely dying when he said that. And the looks on their faces as he was calling them all out too was absolutely priceless. Their jaws dropped. They didn't know what to say. They were just like, And it wouldn't have been so funny if it wasn't true. How many of those people in that room turned their back when Harvey Weinstein was raping people? How many of those people in there, like he said, they want to be the voice of change and everything, but yet they have sweatshops.
Yeah, that was...
You know? So...
Yeah. Or making a movie about the owner of a company, but... Or it being produced on... Was it Amazon? Being produced for Amazon.
Amazon, Disney, Netflix, all of them have people working in sweatshops.
Yeah.
So.
Or for less than they deserve.
Word. What the hell was that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. What was that?
Burp. I don't know. Anyway, did you hear the weather? It's going to be in the 60s on January 11th.
I'm here for it.
The 60s.
Today was gorgeous.
I hope it stays that way the rest of winter. I can use some, mid 60s.
I took my kids outside today. They need outside. When it's not nice, I can't take them outside, and I don't have a good day. So it needs to be nice.
Yeah. So you like it over there?
I do. Yeah.
Nice. It's a good place.
Yep.
Good place. All right. Well, that concludes our show for today.
And since you guys suck, I'm going to put my own topic for next week.
Oh, you know what? Let's make a poll. You know how to do one of those Facebook polls?
Yeah.
All right. Make a Facebook poll. See what people want to talk about. And we'll go from there.
Done.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. So, until next week, I'm your host, Jim Sakowitz, along with Sarah Beer. We will see you next week. Be good, be kind, and if you can't, be gone. See ya.
Bye.